What's up, guys? I'm coming at you with my cool hat because I got some cool information for you, and this is free. Alright, so if you have gone to Equifax.ca and if you have got your free credit report, it's going to look like something like this. You're going to get it in the mail. This is the first page. And as you can see, I'm using this as my personal example. This is actually my credit report. So I blanked out the my private information, like my social insurance number, but just to go through the information on your first page when you get this stuff from Equifax, it's going to go down here on the paper, and I'm going to try is get this as close as possible. And again, I don't have a cameraman, so just go through this. This just identifies your personal information, going through the information, your current employment. And as you can see, just so you guys know that I'm not bullshitting you or BSing you, is former supervisor at Global Credit and Collections. One thing to note is, and you'll see this later at the end of the booklet, there's a form that you can send back to Equifax to make adjustments on any type of wrong information or old information that's not on there. And this can go in, there'll be another video about how you can use this form to your benefit to remove things off your credit bureau after you've done settlements. But for now, this video is just to understand how to read your credit report. So that's just the first page. You'll find as you go through, there's information on both sides of the page. So the second on the back of the first page, what you're going to have is your inquiries page. These are different people, like collection agencies or banks, that have inquired against your social insurance number to find out, to pull your credit report, basically. So, I mean, if you're in debt, the collection agency is like, okay, we got your credit report, and boom, we're going to pull your credit report. So now you know who's pulled your credit report. And if anyone's pulled your credit report more than 2 or 3 times in 1 year, then you should probably contact Equifax and tell them that that's happening, because every time they do that, it's going to bring you down your credit score a little bit. So we're going down here. There's just information on all the information here. On one side is going to be the for example, TCR, Total Credit Recovery, was calling me for a collection bill that I had a dispute with a collection agency on. So it says, okay, we pulled your credit report. More information. This is just basically just a little bit of credit history, and again, it's very, very simple. It's very, very straightforward. You can find just go through it. I don't have the time to read all the little fine print for you guys, but you can do that on your own. Going on to the front page of the second page, front of the second page, you're going to have all the credit report of your different credit cards, maybe possibly cell phone accounts, line of credits, information perhaps. I don't know if they've implemented yet, but from what I understand, that mortgages will soon be on your credit report as well. Again, I don't know if it's on there yet, but I will have that updated information for you guys. For one thing, I do know 110% is credit card information, line of credit, any type of loan, cell phone. That information is going to be on here. It's going to go and explain to you that, if you're up to date with your account, R1 is a good rating. Okay, if you can have further information, and I'll post some places that you can go to understand about the R ratings. But if you're dealing with an account that's in collections, it's most likely an R9. So that's the ones you're going to look for. It's going to say past due payment, your overdue payment, of balance outstanding, and so usually it's gonna say R9. It says meaning bad debt, collection account, or unable to locate the account. So again, on the back of that page, it goes through some information on the just information for your credit history, banking information, voluntary deposits, register consumer, if you've ever registered a consumer proposal, bankruptcy information, judgments. So this information is in the credit report. So you mean, again, I'm here to help you guys to get the information, and you really just basically read it over yourself. Again, and if you guys have questions or you want to go over this information with me, you can always contact me on my cell phone or my email or my webpage, or there's tons of places. I'm not hiding from you guys. If you guys have questions about your debts, I'll see what I can do to help you guys out with this. So, anyways, just to go on, it just has a little bit more information. It's going to explain to you what they think that your debt position is in. Now, the reason why I wanted to go over this with you guys is sometimes a collection agency will contact you and they'll be like, okay, you owe money, and it's a debt from like 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago. There's a new rule that came into play in April, and I don't know if it was like 2011 or 2012. I think it was 2011, but after there's a DLA when you're reading your accounts on your credit report, and obviously you can't see it, it's too small, but there's a thing that's going to say DLA, which means date last active. Now, if we're talking about an old account, and you pull your credit report, if it's an account that's past 6 years to the date of whatever the current date is, 6 years. I mean, I know this sounds weird and bad and rude, but you're really not responsible to pay that debt because it's no longer on your credit report. Okay, so if you are being contacted for those purposes, you don't have to pay those accounts. You should be paying your accounts. I mean, if you have a bill and you can't and you default on it, obviously you should make good on it at some point. But that's if you don't have the full funds to do it. That's not to say that you can't make a settlement offer, and that's why debt settlement is a very, very effective tool to help you get out of situations. And again, I mentioned before on my last video, but I'm going to be having a total client package for you guys to go through. I've done all the work for you. It's all step by step. There's about it's 3 chapters. It's 10 pages. It's very, very, very simple to find out the information. And again, if you guys feel that it's a little bit complicated, my contact information is there, my email, my cell phone. I mean, if you don't get through to me on my cell phone, that doesn't mean I won't call you back. I am very, very good at getting back to people. So this is just a brief explanation to show you that yes, you can get a free Equifax report. Oh yeah, you know what, I forgot to mention. On the back, the very, very last page is a form that you can fill out and send back to Equifax. It's a consumer credit report update form. What you're using with this on this form, okay, is if there's any information that, let's just say that either it's wrong and someone's stolen your identity, or you want to adjust something that it's not true, then you fill out that form, you send it to Equifax. Now, don't make it 10 pages, but don't do it point form. You got to be very, very thorough, explain the situation, and hopefully send them evidence of proof. The other reason why it's very, very important to have that form as well is, let's say you do a settlement for an account and you did have a debt, you recognize it's your debt, you want to settle the debt, you settled the debt, and it's still in your credit report. Well, you can actually fill this form out and say that you had a dispute with them, a debt has been satisfied now, and you wish to have it removed from your credit report. Now, it's up to the discretion of Equifax to remove it or not. Alright, so it doesn't happen all the time, but if you don't try, it won't happen, because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So you should take the opportunity to fill this out, send it in, and try and have that stuff removed from your credit report, because it can have a great increase on your credit score. So I'll have many more videos, tips for you guys. I'm probably try and do it one day at a time, but again, keep sending the emails. If you guys have questions, again, I'll answer your questions right away through the email. It doesn't mean like I'm going to wait and send out a video just to answer your questions. No. boothboss@me.com, debtadvocateinstitute.com. And again, please remember that once my package is out, the client package for you guys, all the proceeds that are made from the do-it-yourself debt package that I'm going to provide for you guys is going to go to soulfoodfarming.org, which is going to be providing food for the people who need it. So anyways, I love doing these videos, guys. Thank you very much. Take care.